Like many others, I tend to play music in the background while I study or write scripts for YouTube videos. Usually I prefer to play laid-back music without lyrics that won't distract me from the work at hand, but still be engaging enough to be enjoyable. This music tends to range anywhere from usual suspects like lo-fi hip-hop beats, ujabes, or ambient music from the likes of Brian Eno or Aphex Twin. However, one very specific subgenre I enjoy of ambient is 80s Japanese ambient music. Super specific, I know, but don't knock it until you listen to it. What makes this specific genre of ambient music so captivating is its unique blend of traditional Japanese instruments combined with electronic ones, with the occasional blend of sampling sounds from the natural world, like running water or the chirping of birds. Many of these artists aim to unify the day-to-day of Japanese life with the real world, providing a minimalist soundscape that invites one to be introspective and reflect upon their life. Similar to Japanese city pop, which is a beast entirely of its own that I will not get into today, the ambient tracks that were also created in the 80s have aged incredibly well into today's era. While the initial concepts of these albums are lost to modern audiences, they still engross listeners in a different way. That is, being an opposing force to modern society's desire for constant stimulation. The sparse instrumentals that are accompanied by generous amounts of empty space feel like the antithesis to what you might get on TikTok follow hours, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels if you're a boomer, Snapchat Reels because those are a thing, and RedTube Shorts. As I'm writing this script, I've actually been listening to Green by Hiroshi Yoshimura, which I highly recommend. If I've interested you enough to look more into this subgenre of ambient music, I suggest taking a look at Kankyo Ongaku, Japanese ambient, environmental, and new age music, 1980 to 1990. It's a long-ass title, I know, but it's basically a compilation of ambient tracks from various artists, and it provides a great entry point for those looking to get into the material. No, I didn't learn about this from watching Fantano. What? Come on. But in all seriousness, this is a great starting point into the Japanese 80s ambient music genre. By the way, if you've enjoyed this video so far, please leave a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, please go ahead and subscribe. I know we usually talk about anime on this channel, but this is a subject I'm pretty passionate about, and I feel like a topic like this isn't too far off since it is still Japanese media we're talking about here. And although it might be a reach, I believe this genre of music has its place in anime and anime-inspired works. Some that come to mind are Final Fantasy X, or in other games like Namco Museum Volume 1's OST, which is what's currently playing right now. Okay, so up until this point, I know I've been talking about this super specific genre of music as a whole, but all of this was to simply give the uninitiated some context of the album I want to share with you all today. That being Music for Commercials by Yasuaki Shimizu. Since you probably saw the title before clicking on this video, yes, the concept for this album is very strange. Basically, the creator of this album, Yasuaki Shimizu, had a strong career as a saxophonist and a composer who worked with the likes of Ryuichi Sakamoto, a pioneer of electronic music, member of Yellow Magic Orchestra, and a composer for some very well-known films. Although Shimizu's music and work was already diverse as is, he took it a step further and was actually assigned to compose music for Japanese commercials. I'm not certain which of his works specifically made the cut. If anyone has taken the time to watch dozens of 80s Japanese commercials to discover Shimizu's work, please let me know what he has made. What can be ascertained is that based on some of these track names, these tracks were intended to run for a commercial revolving around the product the track is named after. And to be honest, I don't know what the fuck Bridgestone Tires was going for with their tracks. Bridgestone 5 in particular is downright creepy. What makes this album so strange is that in some ways, its name harkens back to a certified ambient classic, Music for Airports by Brian Eno. However, when listening to Eno's album, the title name perfectly matches the feel of the tracks. With Shimizu's, you have to wonder how this music would have paired well with, well, commercials. As I mentioned before, if you actually gave Bridgestone's tracks a listen, you might be left with more questions than answers. What makes this album even stranger is that if you were to remove the concept of this album altogether, you're honestly left with an incredibly captivating and beautiful series of ambient tracks. Some highlights for me include Tachikawa, Seiko 1, 3, and especially 4. This one's my favorite. Seinen, Boutique Joy, Rico 2, and Laux. The last two of which sound like something from Tekken 1 or 2. While some tracks can be short, understandable since they're jingles for commercials, and some a little too experimental for their own good, they all have one unifying theme throughout. That being that they're way too brilliant to simply be relegated to advertisements. This is going to be a little bit of a tangent, but bear with me here. I remember there's this skit on Oni Plays where they're making fun of Kickstarter music, particularly the overuse of a sanitized, inoffensive combo of a xylophone and guitar while a person sells you a product.
Play us a Kickstarter music.
Wait.
Hi, we're the Berry Brothers, and we have invented... Hi, I'm Ronald McForronald. I'm gonna sell you the best night of your life! Take my wife, please!
Hello, I'm a boy, and I like playing with my toy. If you want to buy my toy, I'll fucking kill you.
While this was targeting Kickstarter music and advertising specifically, consider this. How many modern day ads have you seen use that inoffensive, shitty, happy-go-lucky guitar and xylophone that sounds like a bad remix of Stay, Stay, Stay by Taylor Swift? Too specific of a reference? Yeah, I know, but just listen to that song and see what I mean. This long-winded tangent is all to just simply say that while music for commercials possesses an extremely strange premise, it stands to challenge and push boundaries in a place we didn't know needed its boundaries pushed. That being ambient music for commercials. And while I think that is weird as fuck, I can't help but give the album its respect and say, hell yeah, keep up the good fight. Thank you guys for watching. This was a video that was made by me entirely out of a passion for this enigmatic genre of music that I want more people to listen to. I know this is a slight departure from our typical anime videos, but like I said, I felt like this was a video I just really wanted to make. If you've enjoyed this video and want to see Taylor and I do more videos like this one, please like and subscribe. Also, is there an album with a strange concept that you would recommend? Let us know in the comments below, and also let us know if you have any ambient recommendations of your own. I've been your host Noah, and I'll see you on the next episode of Jump Report.